Do you breathe purple and gold? Are you ready to hoist the colors? Now, time for the most in-depth look at the world of ECU athletics. Welcome in to Hoist the Colors with your host, Stephen Igo on 94.3 The Game. Watch the show live on Facebook and at 943thegame.com. Now, here's your host, Stephen Igo.
All right, welcome into this special edition of Hoist the Colors on Wednesday, December 20th. It is signing day. We have a signing day special here on 94.3 The Game. We are live streaming a little early on YouTube and Facebook due to the signing day press conference we have coming up later today with Mike Houston. That is scheduled for 1 o'clock. And over the next hour, we're going to take you on the road. Get to know several of these new commitments over the phone of the Pirates 2024 recruiting class. We'll also break everything down. The new positions ECU has added to their roster, the new players, what areas of the country they have pulled from, and all sorts of stuff over the next hour. And we're going to lead today's show with a guy who was the original commitment of this 2024 recruiting class. He is Trenton Cloud from Northwest Guilford High School. Trenton, first off, how's it going and how does it feel to officially sign?
It feels great, just to get the process over with. I'm excited to be a Pirate, really.
Yeah, man, it was back in March and really back before then when you first got the offer, well before then. And I remember it, talking to you then, and it's come full circle. And, of course, you were the initial commitment, Trenton, and you stayed firm the entire time. You had other schools, I'm sure, who tried to recruit you, but take us through way back when you first committed in March. What led you to being a Pirate then?
Well, Coach Boyette was the receiver coach at first, and he just was excited to really talk to me. Told me to go on campus and just see how I feel about it. I went on campus. I enjoyed it a lot. Talked to Coach Houston a lot. And then they brought in Coach Roberts, and he talked to me before at Eastern Michigan, and I was just excited when he got the job too, and it was just a great fit for me.
Being an in-state guy, you had been to East Carolina games before, and I think had attended some games in the past. And what do you think of the game day atmosphere at ECU, and how much did that have, an impact on your decision as well?
I mean, it's electric. It's just everyone's just excited to be there. Great football, a lot of football players there, and I'm just excited to be there. Just can't wait to be on campus and start playing.
Trenton Cloud, wide receiver commit from Northwest Guilford High School in Greensboro, North Carolina, is with us, Trenton. So obviously there was, the change with the receivers coach and getting to know Dyrell Roberts. It sounds like obviously he will stick with this new offensive staff. And how crucial was that for you? Because you guys have created such a good relationship. And what is that bond like with Coach Roberts?
It's great. He's always, just checking up on me, texting me how I'm doing, how's my day, how was school. Just little things like that just go a long way. And I appreciate him for that a lot.
Have you had a chance to talk with the new offensive coordinator at all, John David Baker, or get a feel for his offense, or talk to Coach Houston about it? And if so, how excited are you to play in this offense?
I'm very excited. I watched a little bit of film from Ole Miss when he was there, and I'm just excited for the offense. He texted me a little bit, but I haven't had a full conversation with him yet, but I'm just excited for it, though.
Trenton, signing this morning, I believe you did that at your high school. What were the emotions like? Is it a relief at all when you finally put pen to paper? Is it more, I don't know, is it kind of an excitement, celebration? What are kind of the emotions there when you see this kind of come full circle?
It was a big relief, a big celebration. Everyone just clapping for me. I was just very excited just to put the pen to paper and just get it over with. So I was excited.
Who all was there for you? Your family, your friends, and what was kind of the celebration like there?
They were just telling me congratulations. My mom, my dad, my brother, my quarterback, Tanner Blue, was also signed with me today. It was just a lot of emotion, and I was excited.
Trenton Cloud with us, Northwest Guilford High School wide receiver, listed at 6'1", 170 on ECUPirates.com. So Trenton, take us through, ECU fans listening right now, if they haven't seen you play, what do you feel like you kind of bring to the table as a receiver, as a player, coming to ECU's program?
Just big plays. I just want to help the offense out, whether it's blocking, whether it's, just making short passes go the deep way. So I'm just very excited. I know Coach Baker's going to put us in our right positions, and I'm just excited.
And when you look at your game as you go into the winter, as you get ready to enroll next summer? What are the phases of your game that you want to grow in the most?
Everything really. You can always improve, especially route running, speed, working on blocking techniques and stuff like that. Just everything really.
We're visiting with Trenton Cloud from Northwest Guilford High School. He had 41 catches for 574 yards and 10 touchdowns in 9 games this season. Also had a 1,000-yard season as a junior. And we had talked before, Trenton, I know you had dealt with a little bit of an injury this year, but when you look back at your high school career, obviously a very solid program you played for. What are you most proud of at Northwest Guilford?
Just the connections I built at Northwest. It was just a great place to be here. To play here for 4 years, and the people I met, the games we won were definitely exciting. And, I'm just ready to move on and go to ECU now.
Do you know, kind of obviously there's been a bit of a Greensboro connection with East Carolina and, multiple sports recruiting, but certainly football. Chad Stevens, his brother Ryan Stevens have clearly made an impact on this program. You've got other guys who have come in past classes. You've got Bristol Carter, a former teammate of yours, here for baseball. So do you kind of feel that connection as well as you sign with ECU today, like East Carolina, pretty well known in the Greensboro area?
Definitely. When Bristol committed, he was like, it's a great place to be here. I think he went to a football game, and he told me to come up there and just see how I liked it, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Trenton Cloud with us. Last thing for you, Trenton, what's kind of been the bond with several of the other guys in this class? Like you said, you were the first commitment, the first verbal commitment back in March. You stayed, and you saw all these guys commit around you, Cole Hodge, several other receivers. So what's it been like kind of building that bond and seeing this thing grow?
Yeah, we have a little group chat. We talk in and just we want to be great. That's all. Just trying to rebuild ECU, be a great football program for the future.
He is Trenton Cloud. Trenton, we appreciate the time on today's program. Looking forward to seeing you when you get here, and enjoy the rest of your time in high school, man. We'll see you soon enough in Greenville.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he goes, Trenton Cloud from Northwest Guilford High School. Again, coming off a very strong season, 41 catches, 574 yards, 10 touchdowns. In his career at Northwest Guilford, caught 184 yards or passes for 2,572 yards, 35 touchdowns. He was a top 40 player in North Carolina, according to multiple publications. ECU is getting a top 25 player in North Carolina, according to 24/7 Sports, as we have him as a top 150 receiver nationally, and looking forward to Trenton playing for East Carolina. He's one of several receivers in this recruiting class, and of course we'll get into some of the transfer portal additions later in the program as well. If you got a question on YouTube and Facebook as we are live streaming there, feel free to drop it. Anything recruiting related we'll hit over the next hour. We're also scheduled to talk to TJ Engelman, the running back commitment, here shortly. We're also scheduled to speak with Cole Hodge, the quarterback commitment, back-to-back state champion from Louisville, Kentucky. But you look at the receivers in this class, it was a major point of emphasis. And when Dyrell Roberts got the job this past spring, I think it became pretty clear, hey, we've got to address receiver in this recruiting class in a major way. Trenton Cloud was the first commitment of that group. Again, a top 25 player in North Carolina, according to our metrics, but he was really just the start. They go on to add Dylan Lorick from Lipscomb Academy, one of the top prep programs in America, in Tennessee, in the Nashville area. He's a 6'1", 180-pound receiver. Had some other interests as well late in the process, as did Trenton. Both those guys signed with ECU. Both very prolific prep receivers. The Pirates also get Jaron Waiters, a projected slot receiver from Florence, South Carolina, Wilson High School, 5'10", 180 pounds, more of a shifty guy, has the chance to he's been a good return man in high school. I think has a chance to become a dynamic guy after the catch and be utilized on reverses, that sort of stuff, kind of your typical slot receiver coming out of South Carolina. And then the big one that East Carolina really had to hold on to late in the process, Yannick Smith, 6'3", 190 pounds from Somerville High School. Tremendous basketball talent, was really a late bloomer in football. He was, I think, the state or region player of the year in hoops a couple times for Summerville, averaging close to 20 points a game. Picked up football. I don't think he really knew what he was doing originally, but just went out there and kind of dominated on sheer size and athleticism and had a monster senior season. ECU got him committed in July after a visit to campus, and Yannick Smith ended up having interest from South Carolina. Kentucky came in late with an offer. Both those schools tried to get him on visits. I think he did at least go to South Carolina, may have went to Kentucky too, but ended up signing with the Pirates. Had a nice catch in the Shrine Bowl. Still raw from a receiving standpoint and route running, but size, hands, he kind of has it all the physical tools you want in a receiver. So he's going to be a very special player. Now, he will get in next summer. He is going to play basketball. Of course, he could have gotten recruited for basketball, did get recruited, but he's going to play football in the high school, in the college ranks after finishing up his high school career. So Yannick Smith finished his senior season, 62 catches, 1,387 yards. That's 22.4 yards per catch and 17 touchdowns. He averaged 126.1 yards per game as a receiver for Summerville, which went 13-1 this past season, falling late in the playoffs. Also ran the ball 30 times for 260 yards. So just an all-around talent, and again, played well in the Shrine Bowl. We'll get into some of the transfer portal receiver additions as well. ECU has added Omega Blake and Anthony Smith. Omega Blake coming from South Carolina and Anthony Smith coming from NC State. We'll talk about some of the transfer portal additions later in the program. And you've also got, really the emphasis in this recruiting class, not only receiver, offensive line. You end up signing 5 offensive linemen, 2 junior college players, 3 high school players, and defensive back was also a big one. The Pirates bring in a handful of defensive backs. They play so many safety-type players between the safety room and the defensive back and the same linebacker position. You have to have that defensive back room well stocked, because really you have 3 different safety types on the field at the same time. So you look at a guy like KJ Merrill, who's listed as a linebacker out of Crisp County. Tremendous speed. Some schools didn't recruit him due to his size because he's kind of a tweener between linebacker and safety, but he fits perfectly in ECU's defense, kind of in that Sam nickel linebacker spot. So really excited to see what KJ brings to the table. So DB, O-line, receivers, big wins in this recruiting class. Jamarly Riddle out of Georgia, I'm very high on, just a natural safety, has some tremendous ball skills. Also can make plays with the ball in his hands. Omar Lewis from Tarboro, nearby product, one of the, a guy who I saw in camp, and really excited about him. Again, played quarterback at Tarboro, best player on the team, hasn't played a ton of DB, so he's raw, but you get a kid from the 252 who can make plays and has size at 6'2", 190 pounds, I think you have to take him. And from what I saw in camp, he can move well. He just needs to be coached up, has a chance to be a really good player from the eastern North Carolina area. All right, let's get a break in. We will come back. We are scheduled to talk with TJ Engelman from Hughes in Cincinnati, Ohio. He is your running back commit. We will try to get him on the phone again later in the program. We've got Cole Hodge as well, the quarterback pledge from Kentucky. We'll continue to take your questions. We got some of those coming in on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll get into the transfer portal news as well. This is Hoist the Colors signing day special here on a Wednesday.
It's time to give thanks, and Greenville Toyota is making it happen with no payments for 3 months. Yes, we're thanking our customers with no payments till next year. That means extra money in your pocket, just in time for holiday shopping. Rush to Greenville Toyota.
Other restaurants claim their food is fresh and fast, but are they friendly? At Moore's, you're treated like family the minute you walk into their doors. With locations in Winterville, New Bern, Swansboro, Morehead City, and Jacksonville. We've been practicing what we preach since 1945. At Moore's, our barbecue is slow cooked and smoked over real wood daily until it's so tender it's falling off the bone. Combined with our fresh chicken, cooked-to-order seafood, and homemade fixins, we're sure you'll agree. If it's not Moore's, it's less.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes, just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. from your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Storm season is approaching. North Carolina weather can damage your roof, and before long, a small leak can turn into a big problem. Your home is one of your biggest investments, so protect it with Wells Home Improvements.
We work with all insurance companies for a hassle-free roof installation experience. Call us today and get 10% off your roof installation when you mention this commercial.
252-227-8403 or visit us online at wellshomeimprovements.com. Wells Home Improvements. Local, honest, dependable.
Hurry into Greenville Toyota. We're giving thanks and making the season bright with low payments on new Camrys and RAV4s, only $289 a month. Need credit? Get pre-qualified now with no effect on your credit score. Rush to Greenville Toyota.
Here there be pirates. Back to Hoist the Colors with Steve and I go. How good is this? On 94.3 The Game.
All right, welcome back into the program. Wednesday, December 20th. It is our signing day special here on Hoist the Colors. We're breaking down the Pirates 2024 signing class. ECU assigned 20 players to national letters of intent, 18 high school players, 2 junior college players. We'll talk about the transfer portal here later in the program as well. Okay, we just talked to Trenton Cloud, 3-star receiver commit from here in North Carolina. Let's now go out to the live line. Welcome in TJ Engelman, 3-star running back from Hughes in Cincinnati, Ohio. TJ, how does it feel to put pen to paper, officially be a Pirate, man?
Man, it feels good. You know, dream of it as a kid, play college football. So for it to finally come to fruition, it's a pretty good feeling.
I asked Trenton this. Is it more relief when you sign? Is it excitement? Like, what are the emotions like for you?
Man, pretty much both. You know, the recruitment is crazy. You know, you go through it from freshman year to now. Looking back at it, I'm glad that I got to sign with ECU. And it's a relief that it's all over now. So I'm ready to get to work.
Yeah, you had a crazy recruitment. We'll get into, obviously, why you chose ECU, but, you know, you were an early commitment of Georgia Tech. You got several other offers as well early on. Then you got, like, another wave of offers. So kind of take us through your journey, TJ, as far as committing to Georgia Tech early and then reopening things and then deciding on East Carolina. Like, what was that process like for you as for yourself, your family, and trying to figure all that out?
Yeah, so you know, committing early was kind of I wouldn't say it was I didn't think about the decision really. It was just kind of a good thing because he used to be my old running back coach, Mike Daniels. That's what I'm talking about. So that was just all on relationship. So, you know, getting all the offers early and then stopping for a long time because I transferred schools, only played 5 games. That was kind of hard for me. To, you know, get the looks I was getting before. But then ECU came, and I fell in love with the running back coach, our old running back coach. I fell in love with it, and the place is just amazing, you know. So I fell in love with everything, and I'm glad I picked ECU.
TJ Engelman, running back, commits from Hughes in Cincinnati, 5'9", 175 is what we got him listed at on ECUPirates.com. And TJ, you did a little bit of everything for your high school program. You played quarterback, you moved around, you played some receiver at times, you played some running back. So take us through that as well. You're going to be playing running back at ECU clearly, but you've got a lot of experience playing a lot of positions.
Yeah. So, since I was 6, I've been playing everything. So everything kind of becomes natural to me. Sophomore year, I had to step in for starting quarterback, play 8 games there. So I kind of got used to, running plays, knowing coverages and stuff like that. And, when he came back after the receiver, I just have to be ready to go at all times because they like to use me everywhere. So I'm ready for whatever.
And playing, transitioning to running back more at East Carolina, do you feel like that'll help you being able to focus on one position, but also having knowledge of basically playing every position so you kind of know what everybody's doing on the field?
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad I get to just focus on one thing. I kind of perfect it, so I have to think a lot. I could just, running back we got to block, get the ball, run, and, receive sometimes. So I just can't wait to, only have to focus on one thing. It'll be fun for sure.
We're visiting with TJ Engelman, running back commit from Hughes in Cincinnati. And TJ, let's take us back to your visit to East Carolina. I believe it was during the summer you took your official visit. And I think you had been a little bit familiar with ECU because they had played, obviously, the Cincinnati Bearcats, and, they had some pretty good games there, closer back to your high school. So when you came to the visit during the summer, what were your expectations coming in, and how much did, kind of seeing everything firsthand kind of impress you?
So, I wasn't expecting that. When I got there, as soon as I walked in, I said, man, this place, I want to be here. I took one official visit before that, but ECU just, the place, the coaches, the players, the vibe, it was all me. I could just feel like I could be here for the next 3 to 4 years. That's why I chose ECU.
We got a question on YouTube, TJ, from Tyler. He says, who would you compare yourself to as a running back? I don't know. Is that a tough question to answer, or have you tried to emulate any running backs growing up or watching any running backs closely?
Yeah, so the player I watched growing up was kind of Barry Sanders. I kind of like Barry Sanders, make people miss, after burst, speed, so I won't compare myself to him, but I'd say that's probably who I try to be like, most likely.
If you can make some guys miss like Barry Sanders, you're gonna be doing pretty good, man. That's a fun highlight tape. There's no doubt about that. TJ Engelman with us, and obviously the change was made at running backs coach. You're aware of that, and you've met with Coach Freeman, Rodney Freeman, the new running backs coach. So what are your initial impressions of Coach Freeman and getting the chance to meet him for the first time?
Yeah, so I say about a week ago he came for a home visit, and I rock with him. I can't wait to get the word. We were talking, so just getting to know him initially, it felt good. So I'm ready to get to know him even more when I get there.
And TJ, just from talking with you throughout this process, clearly, ECU didn't have the season it wanted offensively, and you had other schools that tried to recruit you. Again, there was you were tight with Coach Boyette. There was a change there, but you never seemed to waver on East Carolina. So what was it about the school or Coach Houston or the program that really kept you, really, really tight with the Pirates, and really you never seemed to waver? You always wanted to sign with ECU. So what led to that?
Yeah, so, we got a player group chat, and everybody just, we see the potential. We want to turn things around, turn the program around. We're not going to run from the smoke, basically. So I don't like to run from things, I like to stick it out. So I feel like, just the place, the culture, everything fit me. I feel like we can have a great season this year. So that's my biggest thing is not turning my back on people, and, getting ready to work.
And TJ, have you had a chance to watch kind of any Ole Miss offense to get a feel for what Coach John David Baker will bring to ECU? I mean, you got to be pretty excited to play in, up-tempo, wide-open offense, right?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. I've seen some clips of the running plays and the passing plays, so everything looks very explosive and fast tempo. So, I like that. I've been doing that my whole life. So I think I fit right into that offense, and I can't wait to get to show that.
And will you be enrolling early at East Carolina? And what's kind of your plan as you go through these next few weeks and to try to get in the best shape possible before you get to ECU?
Yeah, yes, sir. I am enrolling early. I'll be there January. So, these next couple of weeks, I gotta, ramp up my running. Work out. Just prepare myself, my mind for college football because I know it's different. So I'll be ready for it.
He is TJ Engelman. TJ, we appreciate it, man. We'll see you soon enough here in Greenville, North Carolina, and looking forward to covering you out of practice and getting to know you more. But you got a great head on your shoulders. You've been great to work with throughout this process ever since you committed to ECU, man. So we wish you the best of luck once you get here, but we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the love. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. There he goes, TJ Engelman, running back commit from Hughes High School in Cincinnati. One of my favorite interviews during this recruiting process. It's always awesome to get to know all these guys and cover them from the time they get the offer from ECU to when they commit to when they sign, and then obviously when they become Pirate football players firsthand. So really appreciate TJ's time on the program this morning. Big day for all these guys. And, of course, TJ will be coming into a running back room that is deep on numbers, but I still think needs some more explosiveness, some more playmaking ability, and I think TJ's got the chance to bring that. I mean, you watch his high school tape, and he's just got a knack for making guys miss. He said he kind of watched Barry Sanders growing up. He does have some of those moves. I mean, he's got good wiggle to him, which you always want for a running back, and honestly, some of ECU's best skill position players in its history have been guys who were more high school quarterbacks. Dwayne Harris, Justin Hardy come to mind, who then transitioned to either running back or receiver in college and then got to focus on one position. Because maybe when you're a quarterback in high school, you don't get enough tape at the position you probably fit best to maybe get the recruitment you deserve. And I think TJ has the chance to become a really special player at ECU. Sounds like a great young man with a good head on his shoulders, so looking forward to seeing what he does at East Carolina and helps out this running back room. Really excited about, of course, the return of Rajay Harris, Javius Bond, Marlon Gunn, all those guys. But it'll be fun to see this competition with TJ in here in the spring. Okay, let's get a break in. We'll come back. We are scheduled to talk to Cole Hodge, the East Carolina quarterback commit on the other side. Cole is another guy who we've been in touch with a lot since the summer. Really good interview. He just won his second straight state championship at Christian Academy of Louisville in Kentucky. He's got a great head on his shoulders as well. So we'll catch up with Cole Hodge on the other side. Future ECU Pirate, now ECU quarterback signee. This is Hoist the Colors Signing Day Special.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro-adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Hey, grab me one too.
R&D Brewing is proud to partner with the ECU Pirates, and now you can enjoy Pirates Brew, the official craft beer of ECU Athletics. Pirates Brew is a carefully curated light beer that embodies the spirit of ECU, a refreshing and easy drinking light beer. Pirates Brew by R&D Brewing is available now at grocery stores, local retailers, and at ECU athletic events.
Head over to your favorite store and enjoy a nice Pirates Brew today, or else you'll walk the plank. Hand me another Pirates Brew. Arr.
This is ECU head football coach Mike Houston, and you're listening to Hoist the Colors on 94.3 The Game.
All right, welcome back to the program. There's the voice of Mike Houston. We will have the Mike Houston signing day press conference coming up at 1 o'clock. We'll get more information on all these signees, the class, and probably some other topics as well. That'll be 1 o'clock again. We're live streaming right now, a little bit early on YouTube and Facebook, so we can get over there in time for that. This will replay at 12 noon on 94.3 The Game. All right, we've talked to TJ Engelman, running back commit, and Trenton Cloud, wide receiver commit. We've now got the quarterback commit of ECU's 2024 high school class. He is Cole Hodge. Cole, how's it going, man? How's it feel to be a Pirate?
It feels awesome. I'm really excited. I'm excited about this program. I think we're going in a good spot.
Cole, we've talked throughout this process, and you were a guy who, going into your summer visit, I could tell you were ready to commit if things went well during the visit. Obviously, you ended up having fun there. You ended up making the commitment, and you've been a guy that's kind of led this class, helped recruit others. So what's it like to get to this day and put pen to paper and see it become like official and kind of get that weight off your shoulders?
Oh, yeah, it feels awesome. I love this school. I love this program. I'm really excited to play for Coach Houston and Coach Baker. And so, knowing it's official and I'm officially a Pirate is awesome.
Cole, you wrapped up your high school career about as well as you can, at least football, winning back-to-back state titles at Christian Academy of Louisville. So you guys went through some adversity, but also won a lot of games. You were telling me early in the season it took some time to get things going, but just what was it like to kind of improve throughout the season and wrap up that way?
Yeah, it was awesome. We lost a lot from last year, so it was a brand-new team coming back. And we just knew just keep working hard in practice, getting better each day, staying after practice, working hard. We have a great coaching staff. We have some great players, and so that helps. And just, going to work every day and competing and getting better, that's what we did, and we were able to come out back-to-back state championships.
When you look at your high school career, is there a moment or a game you'll remember most? Maybe it's the most recent game, but is it more the relationships, or is there more of a actual in-game moment you'll remember the most?
I think more relationships. Playing with my brother is definitely a moment to remember. This past year has been really special. He's had a great year. He had a great year on offense and defense. So playing with him, throwing a touchdown to him as my last high school pass was really cool. And so, that's really special for me.
We're visiting with Cole Hodge, quarterback signee of ECU's 2024 recruiting class, Christian Academy of Louisville. And Cole, you couldn't have had much better coaching. Chris Redmond was your quarterback's coach, Hunter Cantwell, your head coach, two former Louisville quarterbacks. Clearly, they had spent some time in the pros. So what was it like learning from those guys?
It was awesome. It was a blessing. They're two really good coaches. They taught me everything I know. So just the work they poured into me is really special. They stay after practice, going over coverages before practice. In the off season, I worked out with them 6 a.m. every morning. So just the time that they've spent with me is really special. They have families at home, and so for them to take their time and work with me and get me to where I am was really special for them.
Cole, everybody looks at the quarterback position and they see it as kind of this role, right? You're kind of the leader, and you got to make all these plays on game day. But there's so much that goes into it, like you said, watching film, evaluating decisions, all that sort of stuff. So, do you feel more prepared maybe than probably most going into college? Because a lot of that a lot of guys have to make that jump from high school to college, but you already got pretty good experience in that. So is that a part of your game you feel pretty good about already?
For sure. They've helped me a lot, like I said, and I'm just really thankful for them. I'm an extremely hard worker, so everything that they taught me, I'm staying after. I'm going over it with them. I'm gonna continue to do that through the off season. Just work with them over defenses, coverages. Try to watch some college film of defenses and see what they're trying to do. I'm in the college level and just prepare for that. And also give Coach Baker and just review what he has to say.
Cole, take us back to your initial visits to ECU. I believe you came up in the spring and then again in the summer. So when you set foot on campus for the first time and then when you got back for your official visit, like what were the biggest things that stuck out to you during that visit process?
Yeah, I was blown away. The first visit, the coaching staff, and then just the environment, the fan base, all that stuff. It feels like a Power 5 school. It's really special. It's a special feeling. I always loved the coaching staff. As soon as I got offered, Coach Houston was awesome. But, I never knew, I haven't seen the campus, all that stuff. But the first time I stepped on campus, it's a college town, awesome fan base. Especially coming up for the first game, seeing that fan base live was really cool. And so I think after my first visit, it was kind of a no-brainer. ECU was always up top. And after my official visit, I was like, let's do it. I love Coach Houston. I love the fan base, love the program. It's a really special place.
Coach Kirkpatrick obviously played a big role in your recruitment too because he had coached Chris Redmond in college before, so that decision was made. And I know you guys probably are still tight as well. Getting to know Coach Baker here over this last month, what has that been like, and how excited are you to play in his offense?
That's been awesome. I'm really excited about Coach Baker. Extremely excited. Talking to him at my house about his offense has been fun. He's been killing it in the portal, and so that's awesome. I'm excited for next year. He's a great coach. You can tell just his swag and what he has to bring on the table from his offense at Ole Miss is really special. I think we're going to have a good year. I'm really excited about him to grow as the offensive coordinator.
Did you guys run much tempo at Christian Academy of Louisville, or will that be an adjustment for you as you come to college, or were you guys already doing that at times?
I think we did some tempo. We did hurry up. We did a lot of 2-minute drills where I ran the 2-minute drills, even if it wasn't 2-minute situation. But I think I'm prepared for a lot. We did a lot at the high school level, so I think I'm prepared for that.
And Cole, we've talked before. I know you can't be here in January for early enrollment, and obviously you'll try to enjoy your final months of Christian Academy at Louisville too. But you're going to try and get up here as much as possible, right, for visits and just to kind of try to learn as much about this offense as you can, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm signed now, so I'm officially a Pirate. I'm going to be up there as much as I can. Just being around the guys and learning new stuff. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to get up there and be around the guys and be around the coaching staff and just learn anything I can. And you guys you're playing basketball right now at Christian Academy? Yep. So what's your jump shot like? It's good. I'm honestly not as rusty as I thought I'd be. My jump shot's looking good, but in the game, we had a game last night. It's a little different when your legs are getting winded. It was my first game, so I wasn't in basketball shape yet. So I played well last night, but shot wasn't falling. Right. Well, hey, so I've always said your Twitter profile, it says Cole Hodge _quarterback _PG. Does that stand for point guard? So are you running the point for this thing? Yes, sir. So is it more for you, or are you trying to? Is it more on distribution to your teammates, setting your teammates up as the point guard? Yeah, I think that's my game. I can lock up on defense. I move my feet pretty well, so I'm kind of a defensive specialist. I get to the rim, get to the basket, kick out for guys, and I can shoot it pretty well as well. We're visiting with Cole Hodge, ECU quarterback signee, and we got to talk about your younger brother who you're playing basketball with as well, Connor Hodge. For sure. Committed to East Carolina. He's the first 2025 commit, and he's still got another year. He'll try to win 3 straight state titles in football to wrap it up next fall. But all right, so when he got the offer from ECU, was it just like an easy conversation? Hey, man, just come play with me, or like did you try to stay out of it and let him make his own decision? Oh, it was an easy decision. As soon as he got that offer, he was like, because we talked about in the recruiting process. When coaches came to see me throw, they really liked Connor. A lot of the coaches that came to see me throw really liked Connor as well when he was catching for me. And so at that time, we were kind of like, hey, man, we're starting to get the same offers. We got to play together. It'd be a really cool experience, to grow in college together. And so as soon as he got that offer, we were like, it's a no-brainer. I didn't really have to talk to him. He knew what I was thinking. I knew what he was thinking. It was special.
It's got to be pretty cool, right, to go out in the backyard or to a nearby field and just like go run some routes with two Division I players together. Like, that's got to be a pretty cool feeling at this point, right?
Oh, for sure. I think it's a huge advantage, even off the field. Watching film at our house, defenses, what routes to run if they shift to this coverage, and so things like that are probably the biggest advantages. And then just I think the trust aspect, trusting where he's going to be. If I'm getting pressure, trusting that he's going to be there on time. Things like that. Just I don't think you can build if you don't have a brother at some point.
Cole Hodge with us. A few more things for you, Cole. We'll let you go, man. And we had TJ and Trenton on earlier, two guys who you'll be playing with on offense in the future. And it sounds like y'all have created a nice little bond with this group chat. How much have you kind of enjoyed getting to know the rest of this class and getting to know those guys?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, those would be my guys. And so, we got a group chat. We text a lot. I think everyone's really excited. This whole group chat's really excited about the new coaching staff and just what this program has for the future. We all believe in the coaching staff and know how good these guys are, and so we're all just really excited. We text every day like, "Hey, let's go do this thing. Let's go get in the college playoff." We're going to work hard and just compete every day and try to get better and just try to help ECU.
Yeah, I've always, your attitude, Cole, has always stuck out to me, man, because, you've got high expectations for yourself, but also ECU. To me, you seem like a perfect fit for ECU because you kind of have, a chip on your shoulder, you're willing to work, and you have those high expectations. So, I don't know, what would your message be to Pirate Nation who maybe hasn't seen you play before, but how excited you are to come here and what you can bring to the ECU as a player in the future?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to do everything I can for this program. If it's off the field or on the field, I'm going to do everything I can. Stand after practice. I just want to help this team win. I'm super excited about ECU. I love the fan base, love the program. I'm just really excited. I'm going to do everything I can to help this team.
He is Cole Hodge. Cole, we're looking forward to you getting to Greenville here in the summer. I'm sure we'll see you visit some in the spring as well around campus, maybe at the spring game or whatnot, man. But appreciate the time. It's been great to get to know you and looking forward to covering you when you become a Pirate.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. There's Cole Hodge, ECU quarterback signee. It became official today. Awesome attitude. Really have enjoyed getting to know Cole, and obviously his brother, Connor Hodge, will be signing this time next year as he will go through his senior year of football next fall. Cole still has the spring semester as well, playing basketball. Hopefully they can win some games on the hardwood as well. So really appreciate Cole's time. Fun to catch up with him. Sports Samurai Chat on YouTube says I like his attitude. Great attitude, man. I think he's going to be a perfect fit for ECU. Has kind of the right mindset for sure. And honestly, him and Caden Hauser, the two quarterbacks ECU has picked up here, and obviously with Cole signing, Caden Hauser, the transfer, committing. To me, the mentality is so important at the quarterback position, and they both have kind of that ideal fit from a mentality standpoint as they come to East Carolina. So appreciate Cole's time and also our other players as well. All right, we'll get our final break in. We will come back. We'll talk about the rest of this class, and we'll talk about some of the transfer portal additions as we close up the show on this Wednesday, signing day special edition of Hoist the Colors.
5th Street Hardware is the home of the $9 lunch special Tuesday through Fridays. $9 specials every day, including the famous Burger Day on Tuesdays, Flatbread Pizza Wednesday, the famous 5th Street Hardware Reuben on Thursday, and fried fish or shrimp on Friday. Plus trivia on Wednesday nights and live music every Thursday nights. And the Prime Rib Brunch Buffet has returned on Sundays. You heard that right. The Brunch Buffet with all the great items, including prime rib. 5th Street Hardware in downtown Greenville.
tax credits are back. Get a 30% tax credit, up to $2,000 off your new Mitsubishi electric heat pump install. Let Comfort Master help you take advantage of the tax credits with a qualifying Mitsubishi electric ducted heat pump or non-ducted Mitsubishi electric mini splits. Mitsubishi electric mini splits are ideal for bonus rooms, garages, or sunrooms. If you need a new HVAC unit, call Comfort Master today.
Call Comfort Master. Call Comfort Master.
I'm a big mood. You can't name a lot of things that I didn't do. Stacking paper like a book, not a Kindle. You outdated, I'm the one they getting into. And I don't break a sweat. Let's get it. 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 Child, please, I don't need a dog.
Are you game day ready? Anson Belt, the official belt of ECU Athletics.
Are you ready for a digital hair color revolution? The Color Master Factory by Chi and LG. A masterpiece of innovation, unlimited color formulations, limitless possibilities. Long-lasting color. Chi.
This is about you, your family, and the health of all who live in Eastern North Carolina. This is about the transformation of a health system into something more powerful and more human, about creating new ways to treat disease and keep you well. This is about ECU Health, which is to say, it's really all about you. ECU Health. Minds, hearts, purpose.
The Pirates play here. Arr! This is Hoist the Colors Radio with Stephen Igo.
Yes! That was so good!
On 94.3, The Game.
All right, welcome back in. Hoist the Colors here. Wednesday, December 20th edition, signing day edition of the program. It's been fun to have three of the signees, Cole Hodge, TJ Engelman, and Trenton Cloud on the program. Hope you guys enjoyed those interviews. We'll run through my thoughts on the rest of the class here in a little bit. I do want to touch on the transfer portal commitments, the latest breaking news there, as East Carolina has added some new additions to the program who will be looking to make an immediate impact next season. Of course, we've talked ad nauseum about Caden Hauser, the new transfer quarterback from Michigan State. Got some experience. Had to have a portal quarterback given the state of the position room there. You know, really high on Cole Hodge coming in, but you need some experience too as well. We talked about Raheem Craig a little bit, Louisville edge transfer, and then Damian Wilson committed during yesterday's show. So you look at the defensive room right now, and I think honestly your defensive room is so. I think the defensive positions are so well set from. You know, clearly there's going to be competition everywhere, but there's not this dire need on defense as opposed to offense. I think that showed on the field last year. I think with getting your defensive tackles back, your defensive line back, your corners back, really the only key loss you had from a portal exit at this time is Taylor Jackson. He goes to Liberty, but you replace him basically with Damian Wilson. You also lost a couple of key guys in Jeremy Lewis and Jack Powers on the edge. What does ECU do? They go out, they get Raheem Craig to fill that role. So they're kind of plugging up some spots where you do have a few departures, but still I like the overall state of those position rooms. Like I like Sam Danka, a young edge guy who's got to continue to develop. Also like a couple of the young linebackers, Julian Davis, DJ Johnson, have a chance to be really good players. They're just young. So you bring in a guy like Damian Wilson to pair with Michael Edwards, and I think that room starts to solidify a little bit. You could maybe still add another piece or two there, depending on what happens over the coming weeks. And then with Craig and Danka now, you kind of like that 1-2 punch, and we'll see kind of who emerges there in the spring. And you could also add another guy there too. You could be on the other edge spot. You got Chad Stevenson, J.D. Lampley returning. You also got a couple guys who redshirted last year in DeMaurice Jenkins and Kieran Davis. So I just like how the defensive staff has recruited over time, developed over time. You're not going to hit on everybody, but there's been a clear plan in place under Blake Harrell, and they've had some guys leave that were unexpected, but they've been able to fill those guys over time, even dating back to last year when they lost Jairo Wilson, Emmanuel Hickman, and maybe a few others as well. So defense is in good hands. I think every portal addition there is going to be more of a depth piece than anything, or a guy to compete, not necessarily come in and be the guy right away. Offense a little bit differently. You got to get some dudes. And last night, East Carolina, I think, got a potential dude in Omega Blake, 6'2", 180-pound receiver from South Carolina, played 400 snaps last year for the Gamecocks, had his best game against Georgia, 6 catches on 7 targets for 80-plus yards, had touchdowns against Vanderbilt and in another SEC game as well, I believe. Good speed at his size, has to continue to develop some toughness, some blocking. Inconsistent blocking on the perimeter from what I've heard from talking with South Carolina people. But as far as being a playmaker, creating separation, he's got all those things at the wide receiver position. So I think he's got a chance. You pair him with Chase Sowell. We'll see what happens at slot receiver. They're continuing to recruit Winston Wright. We'll see if he makes a decision to come here. If you could get those 3 guys and you add Anthony Smith, a deep threat, at 6'2", 190 pounds from NC State, all of a sudden your receiving core looks pretty dang good, especially compared to last year where you had some inconsistencies catching the football. Omega Blake, I think, only had 1 drop last season and on 30 targets or something like that. So he has caught the football when the ball has been thrown to him. And then, of course, you're bringing Caden Hauser. Really the last piece offensively. You still want to add another receiver, but you've got to shore up that offensive line. I like the tight end room. I like the running back room. Things are starting to come together from a transfer portal perspective. But January 2nd through 7th will still be crucial for this team to continue to solidify spots. Robert Dedrick on YouTube says, wow, Omega looks like a potential weapon. South Carolina people are, definitely not happy to see him go. And I think if he can find the consistency and the right mentality at ECU, he's got the chance to be a number 1, number 2 receiver. So a lot of it, look, he's got the ability. A lot of it comes down to what is his mentality. And I think he's in a good spot as he comes to ECU, but he'll have to earn it on the field, just like everybody else. All right, a few more things on this recruiting class. Again, we will continue to keep you up to date on the latest transfer news, recruiting news, hoistthecolors.net. We're actually running our free VIP day today on Hoist the Colors as part of signing day. If you're not a member, you can go to Hoist the Colors. You can check out the content, see the VIP content, read our VIP article with Caden Hauser from over the weekend. First in-depth interview since committing to ECU. A lot of great things, and kind of get a feel for what we provide from a VIP content perspective. And we're also running a 60% off special on top of that. So if you've been on the fence about signing up, today's the day, 60% off after you see what VIP content provides firsthand. Check that out at hoistthecolors.net. All right, this signing class as a whole, interestingly enough, kind of a diverse group from all over the country. You got 4 players from North Carolina, 4 from South Carolina, 3 from Florida, 3 from Georgia, 2 from Virginia, 1 from Alabama, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Tennessee. So it really is a group that has kind of plucked from all over the Southeast. Of course, you add a few junior college guys. We talked about it. You got to shore up the offensive line. I think the first step in that was getting Kendarius Small and Jason Tarpe from Lackawanna College, and Kendarius Small coming from Southwest Mississippi. I don't know if either guy is going to come in and start right away. They're going to have to obviously come in and beat out some returning players with experience, but I do like watching them on film. They've got a chance to help at offensive tackle. KD Small played a lot of right tackle for Southwest Mississippi. Good feet, good athleticism. I think he can help there. And then Tarpe has got just immense size. 6'6", 315 is what he's listed as. He played left tackle for Lackawanna. And ECU struggled at tackle last year from a depth perspective, from a consistency perspective. So you bring those 2 guys in. We'll see how they stick at tackle at the Division I level. If not, they can always slide inside and play some guard. But the first step in improving your offensive line depth had to come from the JUCO ranks. That at least takes some pressure off to adding some transfer portal guys, which I still want to see done. But I do like the start there, and 2 guys with good size, good projectability. App State tried to come in late. They got Jason to visit. He ended up sticking with East Carolina. Kendarius Small, same thing. Tulsa got him to visit. He ended up sticking with East Carolina. So you fight off a couple of teams you actually play next year for these linemen. So I think that's important as well. Really high on Zach Boley, offensive line commit out of Florida. People ask me often, who's your favorite under the radar commit in this class? And I don't even know if he's under the radar, but two guys really stand out. KJ Merrill, Crisp County linebacker. Again, we talked about him earlier, undersized, but he's a track guy. He ran a 10.66 100-meter dash in April of 2023. That is blazing fast for a linebacker. So I'm really excited to see how ECU employs him in the defense going forward. The other guy, Eric Fletcher, two-way receiver corner out of Dunbar in Fort Myers, Florida. Great length, 6'1", 190. Good ball skills, great speed. Another track guy, another guy I'm really high on. To get those two guys as defensive commits continues, I think, to add to the upside of this defensive room going forward. And, of course, very high on Yannick Smith. We talked about him earlier, and really all the receivers that are coming in this recruiting class. Shy Thompson, another guy as well, who played well in the Shrine Bowl, edge rusher. All right, this has been fun. We broke down the ECU 2024 recruiting class over the last hour. We wait all year for this day. We've made it through the first half of the day. We'll have more coverage for you on hoistthecolors.net. Also, the press conference coming up with Mike Houston here shortly. We'll be with you tomorrow, 12 noon on HTC. We'll see you then.
This has been Hoist the Colors.
Hi, I'm D.R. Alligood.
And I'm his daughter, Jessica.
For 11 years, we have built quality driveways and parking lots for both your residential and commercial needs. We also offer free on-site quotes to have your custom driveways built the way you want.
Call AA Hauling 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
R&D Brewing is proud to partner with the ECU Pirates, and now you can enjoy Pirates Brew, the official craft beer of ECU Athletics. Pirates Brew is a carefully curated light beer that embodies the spirit of ECU, a refreshing and easy drinking light beer. Pirates Brew by R&D Brewing is available now at grocery stores, local retailers, and at ECU athletic events.
Head over to your favorite store and enjoy a nice Pirates Brew today, or else you'll walk the plank. Hand me another Pirates Brew.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern Living's best small town.
Hey Pirate Nation, I'm head men's basketball coach Mike Schwartz.
And I'm Kim McNeil, head coach of your defending American Athletic Conference champion women's basketball team.
Basketball season is just around the corner, and we're looking forward to another exciting season on the hardwood.
We need Pirate Nation to Pat Minji's Coliseum by purchasing your season tickets today.
Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or visit ECUPirates.com to get yours now.
Thanks, and go Pirates.
Hi, I'm D.R. Alligood.
And I'm his daughter, Jessica.
For 11 years, we have built quality driveways and parking lots for both your residential and commercial needs. We also offer free on-site quotes to have your custom driveways built the way you want.
Call AA Hauling 252-946-1227 or AAHauling.com.
Big tax credits are back. Get a 30% tax credit, up to $2,000 off your new Mitsubishi electric heat pump install. Let Comfort Master help you take advantage of the tax credits with a qualifying Mitsubishi electric ducted heat pump or non-ducted Mitsubishi electric mini splits. Mitsubishi electric mini splits are ideal for bonus rooms, garages, or sunrooms. If you need a new HVAC unit, call Comfort Master today.
Call Comfort Master. Call Comfort Master.
You can't name a lot of things that I didn't do. It's like a paper, like a book, not a Kindle. You outdated, I'm the one they getting into, and I won't break a sweat. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Child, please, I don't need a towel, please.
Are you game day ready? Anson Belt, the official belt of ECU Athletics.